Welcome to Mart's garage.
I've wound the window all the way up to the top. Blimey, it's just started thundering, can you hear it? That one looks like it's a little bit out compared to the others. I've left that one in to hold it in place while I deal with this one, which this one didn't come out. I put that strap on so the door wouldn't go any further back when I was pressing. Cool, that's come out, so that's good. Little washers on them as well. Not that they'd be any good now for getting red up, but hey. Okay, good. Ooh, okay, I need to prop the window up. Good, okay. That coming out is the next step, which I'm not quite prepared for yet. I need to stick a stick in to hold the window up. So there we are, 6 screws removed. Actually they came out a little bit easier than I expected, to be honest. I think 5 of them came out without any messing. And that one did the usual one where it comes so far and then kind of got stuck because of the rust on the threads. But I kind of took it back and forth and put some more lubricant on it and it came out okay. I just did a big long piece to camera thinking it was recording, but it wasn't. I managed to get this out. I pushed it in and then I tried to slide it forward, but it wouldn't go far enough to get this one out of the track. So I slid it back and this one came out. Then it was able to tip down and then I was able to slide this one far enough forward for it to come out of the track. But it would appear that the thing there that causes friction to hold the glass in place isn't working. This one's from the other side. There wasn't any glass in that side, there's just the channel. And this was loose, it was just in the bottom of the door. But what I can see on this one is that there's some damage to these gear teeth here. So I might need to, I don't know, weld them up and file them or something, or you know, just do something to get this one working. And again, no springs on this one. Yeah, okay, so that's that. At least I got something to work with. Okay, right, once again, thank you for following along, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. I'll see if I can take the glass out. This could be a recipe for disaster, couldn't it? Okay, good. That's out. That's where the arms have to go to come off the channel. The channel looks in good condition. And the glass is partially okay to use as a pattern. These 3 screws appear to have nuts on the back, which can't be right, can it? So here's the door handle. So these 2 screws can come out to get the handle off, can't they? And then I need to look at the actual handle thing there. I'm not sure how this will come out. So I suppose it comes out as one piece with the with this remote part here as well, doesn't it? So I need to get everything out to get this out. Oh, that one's actually... Oh, look at that, bloody hell. Just put my fingers down and it moved. It's just come undone. I didn't expect that. Look at that. I dare say the others won't be so. Bloody hell. I must go and buy a lottery ticket. You're going to say I fiddled this, but I haven't. The 2 of the 3 have just come undone straight away. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't expect that. I expected to have a right rigmarole with it. I must have done something right, because I must have been a good boy, because I've been giving a bit of good luck there. No spring in it, of course. Every spring is broken. These are those 1224s, which are a bit hard to find in the UK. Just got to take the door handle off. I won't show you that, it's just 2 screws. These look like they're 1032 UNF. Okay, so the handle's out, so that's going to come out of there. That's fell down there, look, and this has come away, so let's see if that... Okay, that's got the handle out, and the whole thing's just fell down there. The whole thing's just fell down there. Cool. That's good, isn't it? So what I want to do now is study this and see what, if anything, needs to be done to improve it. I mean, I'm sure that there shouldn't be cocked like that. But, you know, hey, again, like I say, these things are all buyable, aren't they? You can buy all these things. There is actually a spring there, look, and it does appear to be in one piece. Amazingly. Okay. It's something for me to work with. Yeah, okay. Good. Very, not really much to them, is there? Okay. Righto. So this door ought to close. Which it doesn't quite. The door is damaged there, look, see, where it's been wrenched out onto the hinge. So I need to do some remedial work there. This is another example where on the camera the paint, the green paint, looks far more vivid than it is in real life. So I need to work out what I need to do there. But that door's been heavily tweaked, hasn't it, in that one, on that hinge. Because that door is closed at the front. And I'm kind of bending it. At the front, this door is closed there. So that last bit is kind of bending the door. So I need to kind of unbend it to make it fit. I need to look at this area here. Okay, it'd be good to reinstate the check strap as well. Look, there's a little couple of tack welds there, look, where somebody's tried to repair some damage. Okay, still not bad. I'm not sure I'd fancy trying to undo those. And you can see like a rub there, on there, look, and there. See there. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm kind of, but you know, the thing's nearly 90 years old and sat in a field for donkey's years. So all in all, I think not too bad. Okay, not quite sure what I'm going to do next, so I will thank you very much for joining me in the garage. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello, I just came out and I doused these screws on the striker with penetrating oil, penetrating mix, and went at it with a, you know, one of these, an impact driver, and they came out, and they came out. There's the striker. It's quite worn, but that's what it looks like for a 32. This one needed adjusting because the door's sitting too far out, so I thought, well, I'll try and undo it. There's a little rib there, look, that engages in grooves at the back there. So there's the striker, there's the screws, they're 12/24 thread. And for the sake of interest, here's the piece that goes in the back. Oops. There's the piece that goes in the back, and it's two 12/24 D nuts on a little steel carrier. So that goes in the back, and this face goes towards this side, so it goes in that way around like that. So there's your screws, and they're able to move, and they move, they don't move independently, they move together. I've got some new striker plates and I've got some new screws, so I'm going to replace them with new screws. And I think I need to shorten the screws because these screws aren't actually very long. So I'm going to shorten the new screws to that length. 3 of them came out quite easily. 1 was a little bit more difficult. And it was actually on that side. The one was more difficult on that side. But imagine if this is the difficult one that I haven't been able to get. Hang on, would it be that way around? Yeah. Imagine this one was tight and I can't move it, but I got this one out. What I did, I tapped this up and down like that, tapped it up and down to kind of break the, you know, break the friction in effect. And then once I'd tapped it up and down, I gave it another go and it did come loose. It was actually on the other side, but I'm just illustrating the method I used. I kind of moved that up and down like that to start to get things to move, which is a handy thing to try if you know, if you're struggling. Okay, good. Righto then. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Cheers then, bye. Hello. I've just spent about probably 3/4 of an hour wrestling with this door. Now this door has been heavily tweaked, probably from wrenching it open when the car was first discovered, and you know, people started looking at it, and I've managed to kind of bend things about, and now it does close, sort of close. And the main method of doing it was to take this piece of wood and kind of wedge it in the hinge, there, and then push the door shut, and wedge it in the hinge down there, and then sort of wedge it in the hinge down there and close the door, and kind of bending things. And then, I mean, it's not quite perfect now, but it's not bad at all. It shuts about, that's where I start to feel resistance there, about 1/4 of an inch from latched. And then what happens is that it started touching at the top there. So what you have to do is kind of grab hold of the door, put your leg against that bit and pull as hard as you can on this bit up here and get it to bend a bit. The bends and flexes all over the place, and to be honest, having gone like a big round robin of bending and straightening and dead spiders, that's about as close as I can get it, and it is better than it was. And one of the main things I had to do was, what kept making it tight was this corner up here. So I ended up wedging that wood there and pushing on the door to bend that corner out, and then it kind of had a knock-on effect back here, and while pushing on that I had to hold that and push there to bend the door again. But that's about as good as I can get, and that closes with very little. It just about starts getting resistance about there, and then, but it will go that extra bit without too much flexing. But you shouldn't feel any resistance, it should just clang shut. Still, the height's not bad, is it? Tiny bit low, but I've got to put a dovetail on yet to take care of that. But it's quite challenging really to do all that bending. I haven't helped the bottom of the door any. That rust has got a bit worse, if anything. Well, the rust hasn't got worse, but the hole due to the rust has got a bit worse. And there's a little bit of rust showing there where I've flexed the thing. I mean, it must have been rusty anyway, but it's just, you know, decided to pop through now. Okay. You can kind of see where it's tight up here. There. But I think I've bent it enough to clear that now. What I did, this might be a handy hint, was take this piece of paper and put it in there like that, and then close the door, then see if the paper pulls out. In other words, the interference isn't there, and the interference isn't there. So let's see what it does here by this. So that even that pulls out, so the interference isn't there now. It was, but it isn't now. That's a little bit on the cusp of touching. This is why I ended up bending it up in this area here. See, that's absolutely tight there. That area there is absolutely tight. That's what's holding it. And there. And there. So all along this part here is what's holding the door. So it's okay there. So it's kind of in between about there and there. So I might look at trying to bend it up here a bit. That's all it comes down to, is just bending it. Trouble is, when I bend it up here, it kind of sends everything else out of shape. So maybe I'll try that. Let's what can I use to put in there? That piece of wood isn't exactly the right thing. So let's think what I can put in there. Okay, something a bit thinner. Put that piece of wood there, look. So, you know, there's nothing for it but give it the old heave-ho. Oh, okay, that's just... You have to, you know, get a bit medieval on its ass. Okay, let's see what that's done for us. Now I can hear a rubbing noise because this here is now rubbing on here because it's been pushed back. That's alright actually. But can you see that now where it's come out there? See, it's in at the top, look. That's closed there, look, but it's out there. This is what I was trying to say to you. It all kind of you know, there's always a knock-on effect. But let's try doing what I did before, which is to kind of wedge that in there, but then push down here while pulling here. Oh, so it's a bit, I need to okay. Hey, look at that. That's what you want. Look, that's perfect. That's perfect because listen, bang. Can you hear it banging shut? That is perfect. And I actually did it live on camera. So there, that is not fouling now. So that's not fouling. So it's allowing this part to close, you know, without bending the door. And that's actually further than it needs to go because it will be about there like that. And it just needs to be lifted a tiny bit. Wonder if I can just lift it a bit without knackering it up. Let me try. Just going to grab hold of it and lift it. Hang on. Yeah, look, that's all right. I just grabbed the door and kind of pulled it upwards. That's it. I've done it. Like I said, I spent about 3/4 of an hour. But to be honest, I was spending all my time bending these hinges. But it was actually this part up here in the end that was causing the problem. You can see it's very close, but it is okay. And that's what you want. You want it to just go bang like that, not bang there and miles off at the bottom. Just that's what you want. That's perfect. You know, you wouldn't think, but the thing is, can you imagine doing that with a painted body, a beautifully restored painted body? You'd have to do it before, you know, before any paint, wouldn't you? When it was still body in white, as they call it. There you go. Okay, I'm going to call that a success then. A bit of wood look. Look at that. Okay, good. Trouble is, it doesn't stay shut, does it? It just falls open, but hey. There we go. I could put an elastic strap on it, couldn't I? But no need. Don't know where I'm even pointing the camera. So actually I'm really pleased with that. I'm really pleased with that. And that last 5 minutes that I actually had the camera running was you know, the crucial thing that did the trick. And to be honest, this was, you know, what turned the corner, wasn't it? That this showed you where you've got to apply the force. It's intelligent application of force, isn't it? Ace. I love it. Okay, right then. What can we say? Good little session there. Good little session. Lots of things to have a go at now. Okay, thanks very much for joining me in the garage then. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.